Welcome back makers. Today we're going to make a cosmetics pouch. These are the things you'll need. First of all, we'll sew our tabs. If you're not sure how to fold a tab and you're a beginner sewer, have a look at my short which explains how to fold it properly. Tabs are totally optional for this project. I just like the way they look at the end. Once the tabs are sewn, change to the zipper foot on your sewing machine. It's handy to think of the next stage as the sandwich, with 3 layers. Once the 3 layers are together and the edges meet neatly, pin the layers to keep them in place. And now we'll sew them together following the edge of the zip nearest to the edge of the fabrics. We need to sew the zip again to make sure it stays secure. Before you do that, I would suggest just ironing each side, the outer and the lining, where you've just sewn. There we go, all pressed. Now we're going to sew along this side with a top stitch. It should look like this when you're finished. Here I'm just checking my pattern is facing the correct way in regards to my zipper. For the other side of the bag, we're going to use the 3-layer sandwich again. Undo the pouch and let's press again next to the sew line you've just made in preparation for the top stitch. Now we're going to sew the bottom seam of the 2 outer fabrics, so pull them together right sides together, pin them along the free edge, we'll now sew the bottom seam, leaving a seam allowance of approximately 1 centimetre. Remember to replace your zipper foot again. For a less bulky finish at the end, it's a nice idea here to press open the seam that you've just made. Lining side out is how we need to arrange the bag now to sew up the side seams. You can see that I've pressed all the layers together. I have included tabs on this project, but you don't have to. You can watch my other video on the box pouch to see how to layer all of the fabrics together. It's always advisable when sewing over the zipper area to reverse stitch 3 or 4 times. This ensures that the side seam and the zipper are held really strong. Once you've sewn your first side seam, it will look like this. Before sewing your second side seam, make sure you've opened your zipper fully and the zipper pull is in the fabric pouch with an opening so that you can turn the bag. Here you can see that I'm just making sure my tabs are sitting correctly inside the layers of fabric before I sew over them. Remembering again to sew over the zipper area 3 or 4 times. Just before we give our bag the depth it needs, we're going to trim the edges of the zips like I'm doing here, and we're also going to take some serrated pinking shears and make sure that we trim up the edges so that there's no fraying. At this stage, your project should look like this. Whilst your bag's flat, finger press the side folds. Pinching each corner together like this, you can ensure the fold and the side seam sit exactly on top of each other to ensure straight corners. For this box cosmetic pouch, I'm using a corner measurement of 7 centimeters. I'm going to draw a line across each corner once I've flattened them down, as you can see I'm doing here. I'll then clip each corner until I'm ready to sew it. Let's do the same for every corner using the same measurement of 7 centimeters. Using the lines you've drawn as a guide, sew across each of the corners. I'd recommend backstitching at the beginning and end as I'm doing here. Once you've sewn the corners, let's remove some of the bulk. With your pinking shears you can clip off the corner, leaving around ½ centimetre. So this is where your project's up to now, but here comes the most exciting bit. Seeing the most beautifully finished product. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you've sewed along, well done. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.